Hello, my name is Katie. Welcome back to my channel. So I've moved house. I've got a different background. This is not the finished result. I've got a lot of work to do on this room, but I will do a room tour at some point once I get it how I like it. So yeah, I've moved house. I've not had internet for a week, which has been a struggle. I've used like all of the data on my phone. I've had to spend $7.99 to get an extra gigabyte of data, which is irritating. I've had like 3 mental breakdowns at work, and yeah, I'm feeling a bit stressed out at the moment, but today we're going to be doing a full face of first impressions, and hopefully that will make me feel a lot better, because trying on new makeup is one of my favourite things to do. So I bought some makeup from Boots and I bought some makeup from H&M. So all of the brands are H&M obviously. I got some stuff from 17, I got some stuff from Soap and Glory, and I got some stuff from Maybelline. I think that's it. So we'll be trying a whole bunch of products on my face. The only items that I haven't got is a primer, and I don't even use primers anyway, so that's not really a big deal. And I didn't get a concealer. I did want to get a H&M concealer. They have one called the Cover Up Concealer, which I've tried before, and it's a really good like shade for pale skin. I think the shade's called Alabaster, but they didn't have that in stock when I was ordering online. I've seen it in store a few times, so next time I go in H&M in store, I will probably find it and buy it, but we're going to have to skip on concealer for this video. So we may as well start with foundation. I don't have any like powder eyeshadows to use, so I can pretty much just start with my base, because I'm not going to get any fallout from eyeshadows. So the foundation I've got is from H&M. It's the Natural Satin Foundation. It's sheer coverage, dewy finish. Yeah, the shade's Alabaster, which is the palest one. This was like $10.99 I think, so that's pretty pricey for like a drugstore foundation, but that is what it looks like. It's pretty pale, but when I swatched it the other day, it did seem like it might be a little bit orange, so I might need a white mixer, I'm not sure. I'll get it on the back of my hand and see. Yeah, that's the colour there. So it does look a little bit orange, so I may need some white mixer with that. Apparently sheer coverage, which, I mean, I don't normally go for sheer coverage, but I do like it occasionally, because I don't always like to have a really heavy base. I'm very like versatile, I guess. Like I like to try different kind of things. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit of the NYX Pro Foundation mixer. This is the white one. I'm just going to mix a bit of that with the foundation on the back of my hand, just because I don't really want to look orange. I probably need to make some more of this because it's supposedly sheer coverage. I may as well zoom in a bit. I have no idea if this lighting is any good, but I am in front of an open window, so the best I can do really. This seems to be kind of like a BB cream kind of consistency, because it definitely doesn't have very heavy coverage. I did want to get their other foundation. They have one, I can't remember what it's called, but they have one that's like $7.99. I think it's like called All Day Foundation. Probably not. Probably just making stuff up. But I did want to get that one, but my shade was sold out, so I thought I'd just try this natural, whatever the hell it's called, Natural Satin Foundation. I thought I might as well just try this one because they had an Alabaster shade, although, as I've just explained, it's not really that Alabaster. I feel like the colour of that with the white mixer is perfect. Like it looks absolutely fine, there's no like weird contrast. It's definitely quite a sheer coverage foundation, but I actually quite like it because it does look really like fresh and natural, and this isn't the kind of thing I'd wear every day, because obviously some days I prefer like a medium to a full coverage foundation, but on those days where I want something a bit lighter, I would definitely use this. I think it looks really nice. It just is sitting on the skin quite nicely, and I feel like it just looks really kind of fresh, natural. And so if you're looking for something kind of light coverage, then this might work for you, but if you want more medium to full coverage, then not going to be for you. I'd be interested to see what the other H&M foundation is like, because I think that one's supposed to be a bit better coverage than this one. Okay, so as I said, I don't have a concealer, so I'm just going to have to, yes, we'll go with 17 Stay Time Concealer in Extra Fair. And I'm just going to put this in the areas where I need a bit of extra coverage. Now I will try out this contour product from 17. This is the 17 Define and Conquer Contour Kit, and it's in the shade Fair, I think. It's not written on here, but I'm pretty sure it's the shade Fair. I think I'll try this before I set my face, just because I have got a different bronzer to use. So I'll actually use this more to kind of like carve out my face a bit. So that's what that looks like. I feel like this is kind of described as a highlighter, but to me this just seems more like a kind of matte powder, which is great because it's a really good shade for my skin tone, but I definitely wouldn't say it's a highlighter. To me it just looks more like a setting powder. And then you've got a nice, it's pretty pale contour shade here. It's a little bit warm. I would prefer something a bit cooler, but I think it'll do the job. Get this little angled brush here, and I'm going to just get some of this contour product on. I'm just gonna kind of sculpt out my face. I'm really not good at contouring, just a disclaimer. I kind of just do my own thing with this. So I'm gonna kind of do it for my cheekbones first, then I'll bring it on my forehead, I'll do my nose a little bit, and I do it like under my jawline. I'm not saying that this is like the best way to do it, or in any way how a professional would do it. I just kind of do my own thing. And may as well just blend it out with a sponge. We'll see how well this blends out. Okay, that blended out pretty well. I think it's kind of given me some definition to my face. Be interested to see what it's like as kind of like a matte bronzer as well, but I do have a different bronzer to try out. I could use the powder in this to set my face, but I kind of want to try a different one. So the first powder I've got is the One Heck of a Blot by Soap & Glory. I have actually used this before, but it was quite a long time ago. And I remember absolutely loving this powder. I remember it being like one of my favourites, so hopefully it doesn't disappoint and it's as good as I remember. When you like bought a certain amount of Soap & Glory products, you got like this free gift box thing. And it came with this lipstick, a felt liquid liner, the Supercat one, and it also came with this Glow All Out powder, and I'm not really sure if this is like a setting powder or a highlighter. It kind of confuses me because it's kind of like pink, so I don't know if that would really work as an all over setting powder, but I don't feel like it seems that much like a highlighter either. So I mean, it seems quite matte to me, so I feel like maybe you would use that to set your whole face. I'm not really sure, but I think I'll stick with the One Heck of a Blot and use this to set my face. But I just thought I'd mention that product anyway, because I'm not really sure how I'm going to use it. I don't know if I showed you this, but that's what One Heck of a Blot looks like. It's just it's a pretty pale, it's got a slight yellow tone to it, which I love. Yeah, it's just a setting powder really, not much to say about it. I'm just going to go in and set the living daylights out of my face. I really like this setting powder. Just does the job, leaves you super matte. Doesn't make your skin look really cakey or anything. I just really like this setting powder. It is expensive, I think it's like 12 quid, so it's pretty expensive for a powder to be honest, but I think it's really good. So the bronzer I got is also from H&M. This is the Natural Bronze Solar Flare Bronzing Powder. And obviously I was completely guessing on what the shades were going to look like. So this is the shade that I've got. It seems quite warm. It's almost got a reddish tone to it. So I have no idea if this is going to work for my skin tone, but if in doubt, we'll just blend it out. May as well just get my big fluffy brush. Alright, we're just going to, you know, shove a load of this bronzer on our face and probably ruin this makeup. But, you know, as I said, we'll blend it out if it looks really horrible. I actually like it. I mean, it doesn't go on too harsh. I mean, I know it looks harsh because I've put loads on, but I feel like it doesn't come out like really like horrible. Alright, I'm just gonna go back in with my powder brush and blend it out a bit, make it look a bit more natural. Yeah, once blended out, I really like it. It's just very nice bit of warmth to the face. Yeah, it's pretty actually, I like it. Yeah, you just needs a bit of blending really, and you've got a nice warm thing. Did get a blush to try as well, and this is the Love at First blush by Soap and Glory. What it looks like, it's super pretty. You got like a load of different shades in there and like a kind of white shade. I guess you're supposed to just swirl it around to get a nice blush colour, or you could like focus in certain areas, but I think I'm just going to swirl the whole thing around and pop a bit on my cheeks. Just kind of swirling it all together. Just going to pop some. Oh, it's really glowy. I like it. Just put it in the general cheek area. That's really pretty. It's like a really glowy blush. I really like it. It's a nice colour. I will blend it a little bit because I've gone a bit overboard as per usual. Now for some highlighter. So the highlighter is from H&M. It's the Illumination Luster Power All Over Glow, and mine's in the shade Delicate Pearl. So that's what it looks like. It's a very like pearly pinky colour. Hopefully this will work well with my skin tone. It doesn't look too dark or anything, but it is very pink toned, so hopefully this will look nice on my pale skin. Just using this highlighter brush, and we're going to go to town with this. It looked pretty pigmented when I swatched it, so hopefully this will transfer onto the face. But, ooh, it's definitely not too dark. It's definitely really pale, so that's good. Don't know if you can see it because I don't know how good this lighting is, but that was pretty bam. I'm feeling that. That's pretty bam. I like it. I'm obsessed. This is great. I was worried the colour would be too dark, but no need to fret. This is a really good colour for pale skin. It's just a really like light pink toned colour, but it actually looks kind of more white when it's on the face. This is gorgeous. I love this. It did come in some darker shades. I think this was the palest one, so obviously if you've got dark skin there'll be something for you there. But this is good. I'm feeling it. Good investment. Well done, H&M. Just gonna blend it out and touch. So that's our base done. So I'm going to move on to some eyebrows next. Yeah, I've got 3 products to try out for my brows. First of all, I got the 17 Clear Definition Mascara. So I'll just kind of use this to initially brush through my brows. It's always just handy to have some of these. I also got the H&M Superfine Brow Liner. Mine is in the shade Chocolate Brown. I'll just get that out the box. It's just kind of like one of those micro brow pencils, which I've liked in the past. So hopefully this won't disappoint. It's just kind of like a rolly up one. The colour looks decent. It's just a nice kind of like dark brown shade. And you also got the spoolie on the other end. And then to like set them into place, I got the H&M Brow Perfector. And this one's also in the shade Chocolate. Again, it just looks like a nice dark brown shade that will hopefully work really well for me. I'm just going to start by using the 17 Clear Definition Mascara. It's got a big wand. And just brush through my brows with this. Okay, no complaints. I did a pretty decent job brushing through. It's kind of hard to muck that up really. So we're now going to use the pencil, and I'm probably going to end up making my brows look really like blocky and unnatural, but that's more so me not being able to do eyebrows than it is necessarily products. So just fill our brows in on this. Okay, actually I'm really impressed with that brow pencil. Like, it doesn't come out too like thick and bold. Like, they look fairly natural. I mean, as natural as I can make eyebrows look, because I'm not good at eyebrows, but yes, I'm going to use this a lot. I like it. So we're going to use the brow what's it called, the brow perfector now. I'm going to set those brows into place. Yes, I'm feeling this brow gel as well. That's done a great job. It's added like a bit more thickness as well to my brows, which personally I don't mind because I like having ridiculously thick bushy brows. I'll be interested to see what this is like on its own, because a lot of the time I will just put like a tinted brow gel through my brows just when I don't want to like kind of do anything too much with them. But I think that's done a really good job. It's not like gone on really clumpy. Pretty much impressed with all of these eyebrow products really. I did pick up a Maybelline colour tattoo. It is in the shade Eternal Gold and it looks like this. Just a really pretty gold colour. So I'm going to use some of this on my eyes. I think I'll just get my finger and I don't know, I can't remember how to use these. I do have a like purple coloured one which I used in the first impressions, but I can't really remember how I applied it. So, oh my god, it's pigmented. I'm just gonna work this with my finger. Okay, I mean it's pretty. It's light, it's a little bit patchy, but I don't know if that's because of the base I've got underneath it. Maybe you're supposed to just kind of use it first and then go over the top of it or something. I'm not really sure, but it's a really pretty colour. Feels really nice. I'm really tempted to put like something over the top of it though. I think I'm going to go back in with the 17 contour thing and put a bit of the bronzer shade through my crease. Hope that I don't get a bit of fallout. I'm not really 100% mad about this just because it has gone really patchy, but again I don't know whether that's just because I'm not supposed to have a base underneath it, but I do kind of want to pat something on top of it. Let me just put a bit more on. I might see if I can find a gold eyeshadow somewhere in my kit and put a bit of that on top of it. Right, I'm going to try a bit of this Freedom eyeshadow. Okay, just a bit of my finger. This is more bronze than it is gold, but I'm worried I'm going to get a load of fallout with this. But eyeshadow definitely sticks well on top of it. I think it probably works better as a base for eyeshadows more so than on its own. I don't know, I need to experiment more with it, but it looks pretty cool now. I may as well just use the Supercat eyeliner that I got with the Soap and Glory gift set. I have used this eyeliner before. I remember liking it, so hopefully it's just as good. I may as well just do a winged liner, why not? Interested to try the skinny version of this. I hear that's supposed to be pretty good, but I've never tried it. I've only used the this sized one. It's a lot easier to use than other liners, but I don't feel like the kind of black is quite as intense as some other liners, but it's definitely easier to use than most. Which, I mean, I'm really shit at liquid liners, so I appreciate that. It's easier to use than most liquid liners, but again, I just don't think it has quite the same intensity as, for example, the one I've got right here, Topshop Black Cab liner. I feel like this is a really intense black. I wore this yesterday. It's not quite as intense, but it's definitely easier to use than the Topshop one. That one's a bit hard to use. For pencil liner, I got the Maybelline Master Drama Kohl liner in Ultra Noir / Ultra Black, and it's just like a creamy black pencil. I just love some black liner in my waterlines really, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop this in my waterlines. That's pretty awesome. It's really pigmented, really creamy, everything I look for in a Kohl liner, so super happy with that. My only issue with these is sometimes they sharpen a bit funny, so that's the only thing I can think of. I mean, obviously I've not sharpened it yet, but that might happen, you never know. Right, I've got a couple of mascaras, they're both from 17. I've got the Falsifeye, the I spelled like I, does that make sense? There you go, that's what I meant by that. I had some really good reviews, so I thought I'd check it out. And I also got this 17 Blowout Blackest Black Volume Sculpt Tease Mascara, times 12 volume. This one had good reviews as well. There was another one, I can't remember what it's called, but I wanted to get that one. But I think it was sold out. I don't remember what it's called, so why did I even bring it up? I think I'll use the Falsifeye on my top lashes, and I'll use the blowout one on my bottom lashes for no particular reason other than I think I'm a little bit more curious about this one. Right, just gonna give them a quick curl. That's what the wand looks like, nice and thick. I don't mind me a thick wand personally, not everyone's cup of tea, but I feel like thick normally equates volume. Normally, not always. Right, let's do this. I think it looks pretty decent. I've got some reasonable volume and length going on there. It's not the most wow mascara I've ever used, but I think it's done a decent job. We'll just finish off the other eye. I mean, I'm feeling the mascara. I like it. It's not like the best mascara I've used ever, but I feel like it'll probably grow on me the more I use it. But I think it's given some reasonable volume, so I can't complain. I'll try the blowout one on my bottom lashes. And that's what the wand looks like on that one. Still quite thick. I can really comment on how good this mascara is until I've tried it on my top lashes, but I mean it's done an okay job at the bottom lashes. It's a bit messy, don't know whether that's me or the mascara, but it's alright. Again, I can't really say how good it is until I've tried it on the top ones, and I'm running out of battery, so I better go find my bloody charger. Right, I'm going to pop a bit of the H&M highlighter to the inner corners of my eye, and I might put a bit under my brow bone as well, actually. I'm going to get off my foundation lips. Right, I've got a few lip options, so as I mentioned earlier, I did get a lipstick with this Soap & Glory gift set. It's the Sexy Mother Pucker shade Love and Oh Beige Shine. And that's what it looks like. It's just a nice like pinky nudie colour. Looks pretty cute. Something that I'd probably wear quite a lot. So the other lip products from H&M. I've got one of the Vivid Lip Liqueurs, and this is in the shade Taupe Secret. It's kind of like a grey colour. When I swatched this on my arm, it did seem a bit patchy, so I'm not sure how that's going to translate into the lips. The other lip product is also from H&M. It's the Velvet Lip Cream. It's in the shade Nudista, and this looks really pretty. And this one did swatch quite nicely on my hand. So that's what the colour looks like. It's just a really like pale nude colour. My only worry is that it might make me look a bit like washed out because of how pale I am, but I guess we'll wait and see. I might as well just try all of them and then just like wipe them off as I go. So I'll try the Soap & Glory one first. I like it, it's just very natural. It's more of a like glossy, it's more of like a glossy finish than it is a matte one. I generally prefer matte lipsticks just because I don't like the fact that it's probably going to move around really easy and it won't very last long. But I guess if you just put some translucent powder on it, it'd be fine. But I think it's really pretty, just a nice natural lip colour. I will use this definitely. Alright, I'm going to try and get that off. No, that's mostly off. We'll try Nudista next. So that is very nude. I don't know if it suits me particularly well, but it's definitely quite opaque. Doesn't seem too patchy or anything. Yeah, it looks like it's going to dry down just the way that it's settling into the lips, but yeah, I'm not sure if this is the shade for me, but I think it would work well to kind of layer on top of maybe like lipsticks that I want to kind of make them more nude or something. I think it would work really well for that, but I don't know if this shade on its own like really suits me. I don't know, on some people I'm sure this would look lovely, but I don't know if it suits me. But I definitely would use that for like layering. Okay, this probably is going to dry matte just because I can already feel it, but I'm going to try and get it off before it does so I could try the last one. We got it off. I think some of my foundation may have come off of that, but whatever. We're going to try the last one now. I'm going to try Taupe Secret and hope it's not as patchy as it was on my hand. Gorgeous like grey colour, and I really like kind of like vampy lip colours. I'm personally like either a nude person or a like really dark vampy person when it comes to lips. Right, I'm trying to kind of build this up, but it's not really going very well. The colour's not very opaque on the lips, like as you can kind of see. It's more of a gloss than it is like a like lipstick. It says it's a vivid lip liqueur, and I don't know, I always thought liqueurs were supposed to be liquid lipsticks just because liquid liqueurs I've tried in the past have normally dried down matte. I didn't realise that it was so glossy. I mean, I can obviously set it down with some powder, but I don't know, I'm not that impressed. Like, I don't know, like maybe this could work. Again, I think this is the kind of thing that I'd layer on top of things than necessarily use on its own. Like, the colour is nice, like it's an interesting colour, it's quite unique. I don't know, I'm not mad about it just because of the formula mainly. I'm gonna get a bit of translucent powder and dab a bit on top. I would say that the Nudista one is probably the best quality one, but it's just not right for my skin tone, but I think it will work really well on the Topper product. So I guess in terms of what works well for my skin tone, I would say the Soap and Glory one's probably the best product. Again, it is quite shiny and glossy, so I would again do the same thing where I mattified it if I were to wear it, I guess. But anyway, I think that is all the products tried, so I'm just going to clean up any mess and make it a bit neater, and then I'll give you some final thoughts. Okay, so in terms of products that I really liked, first of all, the highlighter I thought was stunning. I really like this. It's definitely going to be a new essential for me if I could bloody open the thing. Yeah, I just think this is gorgeous. It's really good for my skin tone. If you're pale skin like me and you're a bit like, you're looking at it online and you're not sure if it's gonna be right, then it's pretty good if you get the pearlescent, is it pearlescent pink? I think that's what it's called. Yeah, they did have some darker ones as well, so obviously some for all skin tones. But I think this is gorgeous, just really pigmented, beautiful colour, really like it, really impressed. I'm also really impressed with all of the eyebrow products. I think my brows look pretty good. I really like these, the super fine brow liner. It's just a really good pencil. Doesn't come out like too like bold, and it's just really easy to work with. The colour's a good match for me. Really like the pencil. The 17 brow gel did the job. I mean, there's not really much you could say about a clear brow gel, but I think it did the job well. And I think that the brow perfector in chocolate did an amazing job too. Really like this. Be interested to see what it's like on its own. But yeah, I would say the brow products really liked. I also really liked the pencil eyeliner, the Maybelline Master Drama Kohl liner. It's just really creamy, really pigmented, all the things I look for in a kohl liner. So I'm really impressed with this. I actually really liked the mascara. I think it's just given some really good volume and length. Not my favourite mascara ever, like I have tried better, but I think the more I use it, the more I'll really like it. So I am quite impressed with the mascara. Really like the One Heck of a Blot pressed powder, but again, I've tried this before, so I kind of knew that I was going to like this. I think the bronzer actually worked pretty well. I mean, once you blend it out, it's just a really nice warm glow to the face. But yeah, as long as you blend it, I think it looks really nice. Blush is gorgeous, just a really nice pinky glow. I think the contour kit worked really well. I thought the shade might be a bit off, but actually I think it worked pretty well. I've yet to try the pressed powder, but it looks like it will be a decent pressed powder. I actually quite like the foundation as well. Again, it is a lot sheerer than some foundations I'm used to, but actually I think it's pretty nice to occasionally go for that kind of look. So I actually do like the foundation. I just think $10.99 is a bit expensive for it though. I'd say the only products I had some issues with was the colour tattoo in Eternal Gold. Now I have tried the purple shade of this and I didn't really have any issues with it, at least from my memory. So I think maybe it's just this shade. I found it like a bit patchy and kind of hard to work with. But I think it works really well as like a base to put like a more pigmented eyeshadow on top. Like I think like this gold Freedom shadow came off really nice on top of it. So I feel like it works well as a base, but just on its own it seems a bit patchy. And I'd say that this Taupe Secret lip, what's it called, Vivid Lip Liqueur, is a little bit disappointing. It's just kind of patchy, not as opaque as I expected it to be, and it has more of a glossy finish when I was expecting it to be a matte finish. So yeah, so that's just some of my opinions and the products I tried. I think overall it's gone pretty well. I've got some decent new products to add to my collection, and I'm overall pretty happy. Only a few little issues with a few things, but that tends to happen all the time in these videos. You're never gonna get it 100% right. That's it for this video. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!